You have a big heart, and people know that about you. And that's why you get used so much, because of how genuine you are. You must be careful on who you are helping, because there are certain people out there that are going to drain you. They're going to come to you as a friend, but in reality, they are a leech. They are draining you. They want the things that you have until you have nothing left, and then they will be nowhere to be found. Do you understand what I'm saying? You must have these boundaries. It is okay to say no. I know for myself, it took a long time for me to realize that I must have boundaries. I must learn to say no. No is a complete sentence, and you should not feel guilty because of saying no. A person's true colors come out when you tell them no. You will see who you've been helping out all along. And a real friend or a real person that respects you, they're not going to make you feel guilty because of you saying no. They are going to respect what you said, because at the end of the day, it's your help. When you give your life to God, everything around you changes as well. One thing I will tell you is be mindful on the friends that try to bring you back to the old you, because they don't want to change their lives. You understand? So they feel more comfortable bring you back to where you was just at. You gotta realize that those are not friends. Those are, I call parasites, you know? And it's so important to be mindful of that and to not fall into that trap, because the devil does not attack you through strangers. The devil attacks you through people that you love. That's how he easily gets at you and make you easily fall into temptation. I mean, bro, when I gave my life to God, I stopped going to parties and drinking and smoking and all this. I had to cut off a lot of friends in the process because of it, because they'll hit me up and be like, yo, bro, let's go to this party, this and that. Knowing what's at that party, I'll always say no. Like, no, I'm good. And they'll take it as the wrong way, as if I'm not cool with them or if I'm better than them. But that's not the case at all. I'm telling you this because it is okay to say no, and understand that you may lose people in the process, and that's okay, because your relationship with God is so much more important, so much more valuable. You say you have faith, but you stress yourself out every single day. You gotta realize God is with you. And although it may look a little ugly right now, it doesn't mean that He's not there. See it this way. Sometimes you have to go through the storm to appreciate the reward. Your faith must stay strong. Stop stressing, stop worrying, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be all right through God's will. Real spill, man. I kid you not. I was going through the lowest of the low back in January. I was homeless, staying in a hotel, barely getting by, barely eating. I ain't had the money for that or nothing. I was surviving off a jar of peanut butter, for real. But through the midst of that all, I was still thanking God. I was still staying faithful, because I realized that all this is a chapter. And I kept on reading the book of Job because that's what it reminded me of, you know? More the story is, I'm doing very, very good now. I'm very good financially. I'm healthy. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes you have to go through the storm to see how strong your faith really is.